Hey everyone, welcome to Meeple Bits. Thanks for joining me. Today I wanted to take a moment just to go through my backlog of Kickstarters that I'm, still waiting for and have recently backed. So, join me for this, just this little walkthrough of what I'm still waiting on and what I'm excited to receive. So starting with the oldest product, which I don't even want to put links to this one up, but I am still, waiting on it. It's Polygon's measuring spoons. All of my Kickstarter experiences have been mostly positive. I did, look, I get that there's delays and things can take a while. So this one I backed back in 2016-ish, and it had an anticipated delivery of, I think, like December 2016 or even January of 2017. So it's 2022. I've been waiting on a measuring spoon for 6 years. So yeah, that's all there is to say about that one. Yeah. So next up we have Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. This is a video game that I backed, and I did actually end up getting this one for Steam, but kind of thinking back, maybe I should have got it for Switch, but it's okay. So this one is sort of a, spiritual successor to Suikoden, which I really enjoyed back in the PS1 days. So this one has an anticipated or an estimated delivery of October 2022. So that one's right around the corner, so we'll see if they're going to make that deadline. Following its production, I don't think they will. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be delayed by a solid 6 months at minimum. Just kind of, they haven't really released too much gameplay, and we're almost just a month away. So no big deal. Look, I've been waiting for this one. I think I backed it August of 2020. So look, what's another 6 or so months on the video game, and most big budget games are going to get delayed anyway. So no big deal there. Next up, we have Ragnaroks, a fast, fun game from the designers of Santorini. So this is a two-player optimized board game, and I really do love a good just two-player focused game, because a lot of my plays just so happen to be usually two players. So I really like to have a good strategy or a good buttoned up game for two players. So this one had an anticipated delivery of November 2021. So this one, we're already in September of 2022, so it's nearing a year late. But most recently, they did let us know that, for US backers, the game is sitting in the fulfillment center, and there's one game ahead of them. So this one should hopefully reach before the end of the year. So pretty exciting there. I'll bring you guys an unboxing, and then after I get some playthroughs, the how-to after that. So stay tuned for this one. Next up, we have Small Samurai Empires expansion. So this one is an expansion to the Small Samurai Empire game, obviously, and I did have an opportunity to receive, a prototype in advance, and I'm super excited for this one because of the additional archer and generals that are going to get added to this area control game. Additionally, it adds a whole new module of Japan for an additional area of control, as well as potentially another player for the game. So super excited for this one. Its expected delivery is June 2023. So as best as I know, it's on track for delivery. So no issues there. And as I mentioned, having already been given the opportunity to demo it in advance, I'm all the more excited and happy that I was able to back this one. Next up, we've got the Anchor Make M5 3D printer. 5x faster printing with an AI camera. So this one just sort of generally feeds into my habit of 3D printing these days, which I'm super excited for, because I have an Ender 3 Pro now, and as great as it served me, and I've done some really neat things, and it works pretty well for the inserts, which I use it mostly to do for games that you need a proper insert. It's been failing me a lot lately, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because it's getting older. I'm not an expert at 3D printing, so the bed leveling has been trickier and trickier. So my base layers have been hit or miss. Filaments have just been breaking, and oh man, it's has been a taxing thing to get things printed lately. So when the Anchormake M5 was announced and it had 7x7 auto leveling, that alone was almost enough to make me want to get the damn thing. But then it also had a camera for serving two purposes. One, time lapse, which I think is so cool. So I'm really excited to bring future, I guess, shorts to the channel for time lapse of what I end up printing. Most recently, I printed some articulated fidget slugs, and they finally did turn out after about 3 attempts of it failing. But the other thing of that camera is the AI component of it. So if ever the filament does break or fail, this is going, or it gets jostled, it's going to stop the print so that I'm not just wasting time, wasting filament, wasting things just spitting out into the air when it's not working. So if they can get this right, the auto leveling feature and the AI camera feature are two very exciting things. So really interested to get this one. It has an anticipated delivery of November 2022. The Air Express backers were supposed to get theirs back in August, but they did shift their timelines. So now the Express people are expected to get it in October, and the rest of the backers, like myself, are expected to get it sometime in December. The next one is Wayfarers of the South Tigris. This is a Shem Phillips game, and for me, I don't need to say much more. Shem makes the game, Ryan backs the game. I love Shem as a designer, and I love all of his games, especially when it comes to his, Northwest South series. Now the South series, so Raiders of the North Sea. One of my favorite games of all time, and I will still bring it to the table because it is just so damn good. Of the West Kingdom series, I think probably Architects was my favorite, so I really enjoyed that one. So now we're into the South Tigris series, and I don't need to say too much more other than, when Shem and Nico get together, great things happen. So excited for this one. Expected delivery is December 2022, and as best as I know, this one is actually still on track. So solid reputation from Shem as a designer, and these guys when fulfilling. I've never had him not fulfill on time. So very cool. Next up is Suro Luxury Limited Edition. This was a pure luxury purchase. And I don't even own Soro, but it's a game that I've been needing to get to the collection for a long time. So I thought, fuck it. Why not just back this gorgeous construction of a game? It's an absolute work of art. Its anticipated delivery is September 2023, so still a year out. But I was really hoping that they were going to have like a demo copy at Gen Con this recent year. I imagine they already had one made, so I was hoping that they could have brought it, but they did not. So with any luck, in advance of delivery next year, maybe they'll bring it to Gen Con 2023, and I can just even see this thing in advance to me getting my own hands on it. Next up, we have Skyrise. This is by Roxley Games, the makers of the Brass reprint, Brass Birmingham and Brass Lancashire. And as complex as the Brass games are, they are really damn good games. And the production quality of them is, again, really damn good. This one has an anticipated delivery of June 2023. As best as I know, everything is still on track, but they're still working on printing it. But this one has a lot of 3D miniatures. The Kickstarter was wildly successful. The components look incredible, and yes, I did back the collector's edition, the higher tier version, because I did want the higher tier components in the game. So very excited for this one, because after having looked at BGG, so as much as I love Brass, for example, it has a high complexity rating. So this one looks like it has more components to it, but has a complexity rating of like a 1.8 or a 1.9, which means it's not all that complex. And for some of my table mates, Brass is just super inundating to play and really complicated. So I'm very excited to get Roxley's Skyrise, because the complexity rating is even less and the game looks gorgeous. So yeah, that's all it is there. And then this brings me to the last one, or I guess then my most recent one. This is Foundations of Rome and the Roads of Fortune. So Foundations of Rome second printing and the Roads of Fortune expansion. So I saw this while I was at Gen Con 2022, and I got major FOMO. So I saw the game while I was there, and it looked incredible. But games that are so heavy with miniatures look very intimidating. And I didn't have this game on my radar on their first print. I don't really know why. Life in general probably was just getting in the way of me keeping track of all the moving parts of the board game hobby. But so I missed the first printing. I didn't demo it while I was even at Gen Con, though I did have a chance to at least look at it, and it looked incredible. So after the show, I was reading Reddit, reading Discord, and everyone said how great this game was. So I went through BGG, was reading some of the comments and things of people who have already gotten their first print of the game, and they just basically talk about how much they love it. Overproduction aside of this one, high rating, low complexity rating on BGG, and again, much like Skyrise, that's really appealing. And so FOMO got the best of me, and so I did go ahead and back this one. And so this one has an expected delivery date of June 2023 as well. So next year is going to be some very interesting times with my Kickstarter deliveries. But that's going to do it for this one, everyone. That's my pending Kickstarter list. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of these games, leave a comment down below. If you're waiting on some or any of these or some other ones that I might want to be a late backer on, please comment down below. I'm really happy to look at those. If you're waiting on Polygon's measuring spoons as well, we may never get them, but whatever. And if you've enjoyed the video and you like the content, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I do appreciate the support. And as always, everyone, until next time, thanks so much for watching.